Welcome back, everybody. Let's go for game number 2. Alright, this is a clear redraw, 2 power and not even good power. Clunky hand, no early interaction. Easiest redraw. This is a really nice redraw though. Icaria is not ideal in the opening hand, but it's not a big deal. We have good power situation and early interaction. Wouldn't mind a Smuggler next few turns. Or a Vara. Obviously gonna start with the Crest here. Given that we have an Icaria and it's a Crest, not a regular power, I'll gladly keep this. Means next turn we can cargo and Crest. Unless we need to use removal, which we probably don't against Argenport Crest. So we need a third Justice. Winchest Mirror it is. Having 3 removal is a bit awkward. There's the Smuggler that I was hoping for. That's perfect. Just in time for turn 4. A Tomb.
Only the best for you.
The opponent will do that to us as well. But since we have our own Smuggler, we can now play the Smuggler and basically force the opponent in the situation that I talked about. Let's see how well the opponent plays the Tomb minigame. We will obviously not block, given that we have our own Tomb. He does not have a Tomb or go for Tomb, which is interesting. There's an argument for sacking this and then torching both of these. I mean, I guess we can also just let this happen. Trade here and then double torch. Which is probably better because it has the same outcome except that we don't take 2 damage and that we can draw a removal that doesn't 2-for-1 us here. Okay, so we double torch. As awkward as that is. Attack here. Force the trade. Play a power, get our force fire, and pass. The opponent got Tomb. Yeah, he can get Tomb out first, but at least the Sabotage is whiffing now, which is nice. Problem is he's a turn ahead on the Tomb, but we have Icaria, so that is nice to have. Which means we can kill the Tomb in time. Sabotage back. We also whiffed, unfortunate. Problem is the opponent can Rizahn our Tomb if they have a Rizahn. Which means maybe it would have been better to go for Influence first, but probably not. Sabotage is more impactful than guaranteeing 7's power. I think our deck is power dense enough that we should probably draw into a power in time. But yeah, if the opponent has Rizahn here, we are in a rough spot. Mirror can be a bit stupid. Opponent doesn't have a Rizahn, that's great. That means we're fine. Now let's just hope we draw something meaningful, like a unit or a way to answer this. That's not it. I mean, this answers this, but don't think we care at this point. I think I'd rather bottom it so we can play the Crest. and find something meaningful like this. That is blade, knife, or light, and gets rid of the Annihilate or the 8's power, depending on what we like least. Like less. Okay, that's unfortunate. At least we don't take 1,000,000 damage because he has to kill our tomb. Problem is, he can now trade with our Icaria. And we are noticeably behind. At least we have the Annihilate for the first copy of Elias. But if it revenges quickly, we are in real trouble. Plus the opponent got the free revenge on the Smuggler, which is really good too. So it's kind of rough here.
Victory justifies all.
Wow, okay. That is really rough. We're probably just dead here. The joy of mirror matches. Guess we can do this. To this. Actually, I should have harsh ruled here. Oh. I guess we harsh rule here. Yeah, I guess that's better. Then Pristine Knight. Oh yeah, the Destiny is gonna probably own us. The opponent hasn't drawn a removal by now. We can maybe get lucky with like Smuggler Blade, but probably not. Plus the Icaria buffs on the Destiny. It's a pretty rough line. Would have actually been kind of good if the opponent would have drawn the Elias right away. We could have killed both of them.
Only the best for you.
So now we have to basically decide what we want to do. I think I get Pristine Knight and don't play it. Blade is probably a bit too ambitious. Not sure though. Problem is like there are a lot of like Icaria buffed units he can draw that kind of invalidate the Blade plan. And this way we can just rebuy the Smuggler and get the Blade after potentially, if the opponent doesn't have a removal. And if the opponent has a removal, Blade is bad anyway. This is going better than I thought. Nice. Not gonna use the Smuggler here. Do I? I guess we could. Don't hate it.
Only the best for you.
Question is, do I want to slap the Blade? No, we can't anyway. The power. We had 5 before the Smuggler. Maybe we can get lucky and turn this game around. That would be impressive. I mean, we still outclass this. Although this is doing a lot in racing us, unfortunately. But at least we have a 12-12 lifesteal. To deal like 2 damage effectively each turn. Seems like the opponent found an answer for this. Now they have their own Blade. Now we need to draw a removal. But if we can draw a display here, or a choice, actually in solid shape. Or rather, we win the game. Because he didn't have lifesteal. Yeah, playing any of these doesn't do anything. So this is the play. This, unfortunately, does not solve our problem. This sort of will. Okay, so
Only the best for you.
here we do this. Oh wow, we don't have the health. That's the problem. Hmm. I think I made a mistake. Kinda forgot that this doesn't have lifesteal. So we should have played Icaria instead of all the stuff that we did, I think.
Finest weapons in Myria.
Yeah, I wanted to get the knife, but completely forgot that we will have too much health to do so.
Glory is forever.
And now we basically just lose. Yep, that's lethal.
Or be cut down.
But yeah, either way, with the other line, we would have been in the same position, basically. I guess we could theoretically jump block Icaria and live another turn, but we have no way out anymore. Yep, being on the draw in the mirror can be pretty stupid because of the tomb minigame. Alright, 1-1. Lost the mirror in a fairly interesting game for how bad things started, but yeah, didn't find the removal when we had to. Okay, 2 more games to go. See you in a moment with game number 3.